Up.
Levels are good.
Levels are good.
Are we live?
We are live.
Hello, Facebook.
Hello, Facebook.
Happy Super Bowl Sunday. Can we say Super Bowl, or are we going to get shut down for saying Super Bowl?
Patriots aren't in it. I ain't watching it.
We're not advertising. It's fine.
I'm watching it anyway.
It's got Jimmy G in it, though.
Yeah.
Good to see Jimmy G win.
Yep. All right. Ready? Let's start it up. 5, 4, 3, 2. Hello and welcome to the Freemasons podcast. I am your host, Right Worshipful Brother George Mudry, and with me tonight,
Worshipful Brother Joe.
And Worshipful Brother Ken.
And tonight's episode.
Hold up.
What is this?
Hold up.
Oh,
What is this? What
right.
is going on here?
This is a podcast,
This is
sir.
a podcast.
A
Wait,
podcast.
you guys didn't get the memo? The
What-
producer,
what-
Joe, I know you got the memo.
I did not get any such memo. What
The
memo do you
producers
speak
at
of?
Facebook, guys, I apologize, but the Freemason podcast is suspended today.
Oh,
This is now
Oh.
Champ the Clown podcast,
Champ the
hosted by none only than Champ
Clown.
the Clown.
The Clown.
Oh,
But don't
boy.
you guys worry. Since you guys
Oh,
are already here, I'm not going to make you guys go home. I need a guest for my podcast. So you know what?
Okay.
I'll let you guys be the guest on Champ the Clown podcast.
Well, I was very
Sounds good.
gracious of
All
that.
right.
Very nice.
Cool. So we're going to get interviewed.
Who's our producer? Raph? Did Raph do this?
Raph.
Had to
Freaking
have been
Raph.
Probably was
Is
the
it
podcast
hot
HR.
here? Whew.
Yeah, it's a little hot.
Oh, you think podcast
it's
HR?
nice.
I don't think it was podcast HR because it looks like Champ has a sack of sweetness over there.
Oh, really?
Ah, that's right.
How you doing,
No.
champ?
I am good. How are you?
I am
I'm
fantastic.
sorry. What was your name?
I'm
It doesn't matter what your name is. This is Champ the Clown podcast. Wow.
Oh, God.
Oh.
Just changed the
Oh.
mood.
Duly noted. Duly
All
noted.
right. Fire away, guys.
All right. What's new in the life of Champ the Clown?
What's new? I'm
Yeah.
a clown. Everything's new. I mean, come on. What kind of questions are these? Who wrote these scripts?
It's your podcast.
Your
It's
podcast.
I'm giving. You know what? You're right. Hey, Joe,
Hey, Champ!
tell me about the time you've been to the moon.
I've never been to the moon.
What?
I've never been to the moon.
You gotta come in, guys. Gotta come up with something.
I
Never
can
been to
show
the moon?
you a moon.
You never been to the moon?
Never been
Folks,
to the moon.
I'm sorry, he has never been to the moon. But don't worry, I'm sure George has. When did you go to Africa?
Africa. I've never been to Africa.
You look like a pygmy, though.
Ken looks like he's from the moon.
Oh
No,
my
Ken's
God.
legs look like the moon.
So wait, you never been to the moon,
No.
and you never been to Africa.
Never been to Africa.
Do I even dare ask you if you have anything funny or like a story to tell me, like when you spent the night at the White House?
I don't recall ever having been at the White House. I'm sorry, champ.
Oh man, we really need to screen these viewers
Yeah.
on my
We're
podcast.
terrible guests.
All right, well, since you guys are boring and you guys haven't been to the moon, and you haven't been to the Africa, and you haven't been to spent the night in the White House, I guess since I'm Champ the Clown and I have lots and lots of stories to tell, I'll let you guys ask away.
All right. We'll start off with this. What's your next event? What's the next thing you guys are doing over at the shrine?
Our next event is this coming Saturday at the Kids Expo Center up in Hartford. We're expecting about 100, 200, 300 kids that need some balloons made and entertaining.
Mhm.
Right now, I think we have about a total of 4 clowns. It's from 10 to 4. We go there and we just make balloons and, we put smile on faces. Sometimes we get a little bored and we might walk around and entertain the crowd. They have a giant slide, which Rascal the Clown loves sliding down the slide.
We've had Rascal on.
We had
Rascal's been on the
Rascal
show,
on.
yeah.
Yeah.
What was that, like a
was on the
2-star, 3-star rating show?
We lost a lot of listeners.
I believe Rascal's watching right now. If you'd
I
like to
think
say
he
hello,
is.
I believe he's,
Rascal is
he's on there.
Rascal's watching me, Champ the Clown. You know what? He's probably making sure I don't do nothing silly here. But then again, I am a clown, so
I
I'm
believe.
just
Just taking notes.
I think he told us something along the lines of a clown that has a white face is usually seen as a leader in some regards. However, you were the exception to the rule.
I'm always the exception rule.
That's
the best thing about clowning. You get to break the rules.
Right.
I mean, we're clowns. We get to do what we want.
Mhm.
And, for the most part, people laugh at us because, there really are no rules.
Mhm.
There are a few rules, common sense rules.
Right.
When you take pictures, always hands always got to be out front. And you guys know the reason behind that.
Mhm.
You don't want to be walking down the parade eating a hot dog, shooting food and stuff.
Right.
Those are little small rules.
Mhm.
There are some rules where, once your nose goes on, okay, you have to be in outfit and makeup from the time you leave your house to the time you get home, because like Disney World, you don't want to go Walt Disney World and see Mickey Mouse without his head on.
Yeah.
That's pretty scary.
True.
Yep.
Right.
Yep. That makes sense.
So the same thing with a clown.
Mhm.
So
You actually have Rascal saying Rascal is the best.
Rascal's the best.
I
But
think we need to have a Rascal
A clown off?
A
I think we-
podcast clown off?
I think we need to have a wrestling match.
Oh.
Oh, that would
Well,
A clown wrestling.
you already
match.
got your
Champ's got the belt. He might have the upper
Yeah,
hand.
I think so.
well, here's
Right.
the thing. The best part about being a Freemason, okay, is we're called brothers, right?
Absolutely.
I got a message for Rascal, which is a brother.
Mhm.
Well, what you gonna do, brother, when Champ the Clown comes running wild on you?
Very
Oh, God,
nice.
That's great.
Rascal says no contest. No contest whatsoever.
He's a big clown when he's behind the anonymity of the internet, isn't he?
That would be a fun charity event, though, to have two clowns have a mock wrestling, where make it funny though, like make
Is
it
that against the
enjoyable for
rules?
kids. Is that something that's against the
No.
rules?
I mean, I've done a skit with another clown. It wasn't a wrestling match. It was kind of like a leapfrog game, where whoever jumps over the farthest person would get the title,
Mhm.
and I was the champ, so I got to go first.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And I jumped over him, and every time he wanted to go jump over me, I would distract him,
Nice.
and to the point where he got annoyed and he ran up and kicked me in the rear end, and my face fell into some pie.
Oh,
Then he stole my
slapstick.
belt. He stole my belt and ran off the stage. But as you can see, the results,
Yeah.
You are the
Still a
champ.
chance.
I
Still
got my
the champ.
belt back.
As a clown, what is the most enjoyable thing that you do?
Wow, there is so many things. I have a deep love for professional wrestling. And I say being a clown is very, very similar. And the reason I say that is a good clown, like myself, Rascal, and a lot of other clowns, they have to eat, sleep, and breathe their character.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And you're in a parade, you're at an event, and your audience, the crowd, has to be able to connect with you. You have to sell yourself, Rascal is a very big joker. He loves going out. He loves having a good time. And you see that. He'll go up to somebody's lawn chair and just hang out and say, hey, how you doing? I'm
I could see
a
that.
wrestling clown, and I go out with the championship belt and people can interact with me. But back to your question, what's the best part is you're an instant celebrity. And it gives everybody the opportunity to just be them.
Right.
I mean, we all have a job. We all have things in our life that's stressful. We all have bills, and there's stuff like, oh, man, I got to go to work. But those parades, those balloon events, for 15, 20, 30 minutes, or maybe an hour it might take, nothing else matters. I mean, I forget who Steven Bruner is. I live Champ the Clown.
Right.
And I don't ever want it to end. It's a fantasy dream that you get to fulfill day in, day out.
So, Champ, a couple questions for you.
Yeah.
I'm a wrestling fan myself. Even
Good for
fancy
you.
myself
Good for
a
you.
wrestling historian.
Oh.
So, first and foremost, does Champ the Clown have an entrance theme or an entrance song? Like every great champion in wrestling does.
Not really, because, I don't really want to steal other people's gimmicks.
Okay.
I will say when I am putting on my makeup or when I'm getting ready for an event, lacing up my red shoes,
Cool.
Okay.
Converses. Nice.
A lot of times I do have Triple H music playing. It's all about the game and how you play it.
Okay.
Okay.
I can understand that because like sometimes when I'm getting dressed for lodge and
There we
I'm
go.
putting on
When
my
he's putting his tuxedo
on my
on.
tuxedo
There we go.
on,
Wait for
Folks,
this one.
cover
I
your-
like to
cover
play-
your ears on this one.
Wait
I
for
like
this
to
one.
play a little Shawn Michaels "Sexy Boy" as I'm getting ready, and I like to
Please tell
dance
me-
around.
Please just tell me I did not just hear that.
Like
No, no.
I think I'm cute. I know I'm sexy.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
got the looks.
You texted that to
Oh.
us.
Drive
too.
the girls wild.
He made a whole
Come on.
Facebook post
Come
about it.
on.
I mean, that's just like Steven Bruner saying he's buff and he's got the stuff.
Well, you know, he could be. I've met Steven. He's no champ. Don't get me
Oh,
wrong.
he
He's
is
no champ.
He is.
I thought it was like Billy Gunn when he was by himself. That song.
That's Ass Man.
Yes,
I've got
that's
that on my
where-
phone too. That I save for special occasions. It's for special people.
Wow.
So back on the wrestling thing.
Yep.
Greatest professional wrestler of all time.
Ooh, tough one.
You know, I am asked this question a lot. And unfortunately, I have to be one of these guys who cannot simplify the answer because there is no such thing. And the reason I say that is different wrestlers fall into different categories.
Okay.
Like, for example, you can't compare me with Ronald McDonald, okay?
Mhm.
Ronald McDonald is a Hall of Famer. Everybody knows who
Right.
Ronald McDonald is.
Right.
But Ronald McDonald has nothing on Champ the Clown. Two different things.
Right.
But here's the thing. You know, you can't compare
What about the Jack in the Box guy?
the Jack and Box. Yeah. You can, no.
No?
No.
So no comparison?
No,
Okay.
comparison. You can't compare a Ric Flair to a guy like The Undertaker. Two different wrestlers.
Mhm.
They're both great at what they do.
Mhm.
Ric Flair was not a powerhouse guy. The Undertaker was.
Right.
Dean Malenko, Chris Benoit. Those are technical wrestlers. You
Yes.
can't compare them to like a Hulk Hogan, you know?
Right.
So,
Who are certainly not a technical wrestler.
no.
No.
I could say that, you know, hands down, my Mount Rushmore of wrestling.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's go with that.
Let's
Okay.
go with Mount Rushmore of wrestling. I would say Hulk Hogan,
Okay.
Ric Flair,
Okay.
Okay.
The Undertaker,
All right.
Shawn Michaels,
Mm-hmm.
and I would have to say Bruno Sammartino.
Really?
And that is a understatement. I mean, there are many guys that could sit here and debate this back and forth on who should be on Mount Rushmore. Stone Cold should be on there.
The Rock?
The Rock should
The
be
Rock.
on there, you know. But it all defines what you consider, what you expect out of professional wrestling on what you want out of it.
So mic skills are very important to, I'm sure,
Hands
you as
down.
Champ the Clown and also professional wrestling. Is
Hands
there
down.
anybody you try to emulate your mic skills after? Not copy or play, but emulate. Like somebody who's an inspiration to you
Inspiration.
as far as mic skills.
As far as my skills, I have to say hands down is CM Punk.
Really?
Mhm.
Okay.
The reason
That's
I
surprising.
Say, the
Okay.
reason I say that is CM Punk is the guy. He didn't care what he had to say. He's another Stone Cold. He's going to say what he wants to say.
Yeah, yeah.
He'll drop the pipe bomb on you, and you know, and has gotten him in trouble several times.
Mhm.
Just like myself, my brain to mouth filter sometimes doesn't work,
Mhm.
and it gets me in trouble. And on my way down here, I had to figure out my brain to mouth filter so I don't say something wrong and get me in trouble on this podcast.
Yeah.
Hey, we got the power of edit. So if something slips out, it.
All right.
So
Go on.
has Champ the Clown ever accidentally dropped like an F-bomb in character or a curse word or
No.
accidentally?
No.
Okay, good.
I am very, I would say Champ Clown is very self-aware. And here's the thing is, you're always, 90% of the time, you're probably going to always be around a kid. And that is
Right.
the last
No.
thing you want to do.
Absolutely.
That is the
Good,
last thing you want to do. In the end, we're supposed to be role models for these kids.
Mhm.
Yes, we help raise money for the cause, the Shriners and
Mhm.
stuff.
Mhm.
But those kids don't know what a lot of those kids in praise, they don't know what a Shriner is.
Right.
They see a clown.
Right.
And they're most likely they're going to go home at the end of the day. Hey, mommy. Hey, daddy. Or they're going to go to school. Hey, I met a clown.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You know,
Yeah.
last thing-
Not I met a Shriner.
Right.
Right.
And you don't want them to go, oh, he said the F word or something like that. You know, because
Yeah, but,
just
Funny, I know a clown here that does that all the time.
He's
Well-
never in makeup though.
taking a
Oh man.
So I've got one last question. This is
Sure.
a question for a friend. Is there a height requirement to be a clown?
Oh, yes.
Height requirement.
Asking for a
being
friend.
clown.
Asking for a friend.
Asking for a friend. Well, not really. Here's the thing. Our unit, and I'm addressing you guys as the president of the Pyramid Shriners, and that's right, the president. We do need more clowns. There is no requirements to be a clown. You don't have to be funny.
Right.
All I can say
There's
is
two qualities so far.
if you found something, if you want to be a fireman or if you want to be an astronaut when you were growing up, the Pyramid Shriners have the ability to make your dream come true. I want to be a wrestler. Guess what?
You're a wrestler.
Champ the Clown's here. You know, there are different types of clowns. There's character clowns. So if you want to grow up and be a football player, there's football player clowns out there. Put on some helmets, put on some pads, put some makeup on, and come out and be a clown with us.
It's got to be really cool to just be able to express yourself as a clown. Because, like, as a clown, you really could do whatever you want.
Right.
Like, it's your own imagination making your character. And, you know, there's not too many people in the world that can really say, I can be a persona of what I'm thinking or what I'm feeling.
Halloween once a year, maybe.
Right.
If you're
Halloween,
that
you get to-
celebrates it, and that's about it. Yeah.
Absolutely. No.
And hands down, you're absolutely right. I mean, it just, like I said, the best part is you get to be yourself. And, you know, you get to do silly things, but you get to be yourself. And that's the best part about being a clown. Besides, you know, the money we raise for Children's Hospital.
And balloons.
Now, don't.
Okay.
Everybody, let's keep this PG.
Hey.
I know what you guys are thinking.
So many thoughts.
I'm actually thinking it looks like Ken's leg.
Champ. That's where I was going to.
Right, my
Right
leg.
back here.
My
So
leg.
Champ the Clown is blowing up a elongated white balloon, very similar to Ken's leg.
Yep. I can attest that is a real balloon.
Is this stacked electricity, guys? Let's do a little bit of science here.
I don't know. I probably have too
That's a
much
toupee.
product in my hair. It's not a
That's a
toupee.
toupee. I could tell that's a toupee.
There's a lot of product in there.
See, this is not a toupee.
No,
this
no,
is my
that's
real
clear,
hair.
yeah.
Just saying.
Yep.
Just saying.
Things just got weird.
Now, anybody know what I'm making here?
I'm going to go out on a limb and say a dog.
A dog.
I'm going to say a good time.
You know, the funniest thing is
Here's the thing. If I may real quick, I hope he doesn't pop that balloon because it's right by the mic. And all three of us are going deaf.
Anything can happen here on
Oh, God, oh, God, oh,
Champ
God,
the
oh,
Clown
God.
podcast.
That's right, Champ the Clown
Champ the Clown
Podcast.
Podcast.
There's still plenty of air left in this.
I'm still thinking dog.
Dog.
Still thinking dog.
You know how many times we make a balloon for somebody and they say, can you make me a dinosaur? And can you make me a giraffe? And I've got some questions
know a
where they
little bit.
ask can you make a monkey? And I tell them, you know, here's your dinosaur. Here's your monkey. Here's whatever use your imagination. This is whatever you want it to be. You know, I mean,
Right.
You know, and then you can take some marker and can color on his eyes and, you know, take that home and you can give that to your
thank
wife.
you.
You know, just, hey, honey, here's an
Well,
early Valentine's Day
Okay.
gift.
Can I give it to my kids instead?
Absolutely.
Okay, I'll give it to my kids.
Sure.
All right. My wife would like it too.
So anyway, back to Champ the Clown podcast,
Champ.
guys. I got some questions for you guys.
Absolutely.
Besides never been to the moon, what is your favorite? When you think of a clown, what do you think of?
I think it's very incredible that clowns in the shrine go to the children's hospitals. And just to see, I mean, I've seen videos and pictures of your kids, their faces. They've got, you know, they're either sick or they're just not in a happy place. And the minute those clowns come in, it's like their whole universe changes. And that to me is the most gratifying thing to see. So that's what I personally like most about the clowns.
Have you ever been to a Shriner hospital?
I have not been to the Shriner Hospital, no.
You should get with Bill Russo,
Yeah.
Rascal
we should go take a
Clown.
trip
I'm
up
sure
there.
we could schedule a visit with you guys for you guys.
Absolutely.
It is totally the opposite of what you guys think it is. When I went up there, I was blown away. You would exactly what you said. You would think you would be walking into, but it's not. You're talking about they got these coolest games on the floor, the popping bubbles, and you walk in there, it doesn't even feel like a hospital. The kids don't want to leave there. I mean, I've been there where the kids are just too busy having fun. They don't want to leave.
That's the way it should be.
And it's totally being a clown for the Shriners. I'm not gonna lie to you. When I got the opportunity to be a clown, I really wanted to just act like I'm being a wrestler. I just want to pretend, I'm a celebrity.
Right.
But it grows on you.
Yeah.
There's something called a end process. And there really is no end process, but a couple times they do this Walk for Love event up at the Shriner Hospital, where it's like a picnic, and you take like a 2-3 mile hike through the neighborhood, and you actually have patients sometimes walking side by side with you. And the cool thing about that is 6, 7, 8 months ago, they weren't able to do that,
Right.
and now they can. Because of events like the fundraisers, like the parades and the expo center, like we're doing next month, I apologize. But I call it the end process because they went from not being able to do it to now being walked side by side with you.
Yeah.
And that doesn't give you goosebumps.
Right.
To me, walking side by side with those kids or in an event is like me walking down the ramp at WrestleMania.
Right.
And I'm blown away by it.
Right.
That's awesome.
Question for you.
Sure.
Are the clowns allowed to have props such as like a little mini bike or something like that?
Absolutely.
And the reason why I ask is because I know that the Shrine has the motorcade.
The motor pool.
The motor pool, excuse me. And so I didn't know if clowns were like restricted from having like little mini bikes with the tassels and driving around and doing jumps and stuff like that.
Like Evel Knievel.
Like Evel Knievel stuff, but like as a clown, I didn't know if you can cross the motorcade with I keep calling it motorcade.
Motor pool.
Pool.
Once again, we're clowns. There are really no rules.
Okay.
You get to do what you want to do as long as you're entertaining. However, there comes with liability. There's be insurance.
Right.
Anything you use, like if you use a bicycle or tricycle.
Right.
The last thing we need is yourself to get hurt,
Right.
or a spectator get hurt.
Yeah, God forbid. somebody else.
That's why, like, when I'm in a parade and Rascal's in a parade, and a lot of our clowns are in parades, they are not in the parade. They're on the sidelines. We walk the sidelines. We entertain. Everybody wants to high five a clown. Everybody wants selfies with a clown, So if you're on a scooter or you're driving like a little vehicle, it makes it hard for you to be a clown unless you're that style clown.
Right.
There is clowns that walk on stilts, and I have tried that at clown school. And there is a clown school.
I knew you were going to look right at me, Joe. I knew you were going to look right at me. I was taking a height shot again. That's fine.
And they could use that as their advantage in a parade, a giant clown walking on stilts,
Right.
But then there's some disadvantages. They're not going to be able to be out in the crowd with the fans, high-fiving, taking selfies. Really could be kind of hard.
Yep.
So, question for you.
Sure.
And this came through kind of as a joke, but I'm going to seriously ask this question as well. Brother Nathan Davis says, I just want to know why some clowns like to live in sewer drains. Is it like a cultural thing? And I get it. He's talking about Pennywise, which actually leads into a very good question. Is there a certain criteria that you guys have to follow in regards to like makeup? Like you can't be scary, or you can't be sad, or you can't be angry. Like you can't have like angry. So I'm curious about that.
Well, here's the thing. When we're clowns, we don't even think about being scary. Honestly, because what we do for it is such a positive feedback. There are some people's opinions out there. You don't want to use the color black,
Right.
but that's some of the older clowns. There are newer clowns that if you can put black on your face and make it work, it makes it work.
Because they want more vibrant colors and happy colors rather than
No, there's no rules. You can't be scary, but we
But
don't,
if your job is to entertain children, then why would you want to be
Right,
scared?
we-
Like, that's not
right,
going
right,
to.
we don't even entertain that
Right.
thought. That process never even goes through our head.
Yeah.
Well, again, just like in any type of craft or body of people doing things, you're going to have that one guy who wants to take it a different direction,
Yeah, that's true.
and that's why I was asking that question. So,
Absolutely.
what are other things you've done besides? Oh, actually, hold on. Quick question.
Yeah.
I believe Worship Brother Joe over here told me that you won a national title or something along those lines.
I am a award-winning first place clown at this year's Northeast Clown Institute in Plymouth, Massachusetts. And actually, I won last year also. And I also took first place in a skit competition. And competing in a clown event is very hard. I did 2 years ago down at the giant Shriners convention called the Imperial Session down in Daytona. And I would say that year was a learning curve. There was a lot of things I never competed before, and I was starstruck. I got out there. I was in the back room waiting for my number to be called up, and I got up there, and Rascal was one of the judges. Which no, let me set the record clear. That's not why I didn't win that year. That's not why I didn't win that year. My wife was there, and I was just looking around the room like, wow, everybody's staring at you, and it can be like wrestling. You walk out on the stage and you're stage fright. But the more you do it, the more you get comfortable. Last year, I took first place in what they call a character clown. And I did a skit. I took first place. And now took first place 2 weeks ago up at clown school in makeup. And some of the criteria are, one, your no skins allowed. Like I took off my gloves, but in competition, I would have my hands be covered. You see here I have socks on my arms. Not to make me look strong because I'm already strong. Okay, just
You're the
champ.
Right.
Say that,
Right.
but that is because you're not allowed to see skin.
Right.
You got to put makeup on probably about right here all the way around.
Wow.
Or they will dock you points. And I start out what they call a goose clown, which is skin makeup, kind of like picture like the Ultimate Warrior, the look.
Yep.
And
Okay.
I wasn't. It's harder to do that. Your lines have to be straight. It's a lot harder to do what I do, a white face. I'm not a white face. I'm a character clown. So there are a lot of things they judge you on in competition. And this year, I went out there and, I'm not gonna lie to you. I did my Brock Lesnar, hyping up. I was getting ready to go out there. I was like, yeah, And I remember Daytona. I walked on stage and I see Rascal, and I'm like, what is he doing? He was trying to tell me to smile. I thought he was trying to wink at me.
Oh, he was trying to help you out, even though he was a judge.
And
that's cool.
One of the things I have is I get so into my character sometimes I forget to smile.
Right.
Because you're intense, right?
Exactly.
Right. I get it.
And I'm trying to imitate a wrestler. A lot of times you don't see wrestlers smile.
No, they don't smile.
They're
Right.
serious. What you gonna do? And a lot of times I have to be reminded, Steve, champ, smile.
Yeah.
Smile.
Right.
You need to harness like brother love. You need to go that whole brother love.
Yeah, I need a manager out there,
Right.
like Paul Heyman. My client, Champ
Right.
the Clown, is going to smile for you, as a little thing.
Right.
Now, would your manager need to be a clown as well?
Absolutely.
Okay,
Yeah.
just curious.
And let me throw that out on the
Just
record.
curious.
If anybody wants to be Champ the Clown's
Please don't.
manager or wants to be tag team partners with me,
I'm looking at you, Joe.
I would seriously consider that opportunity.
I would love it. I can help you get in makeup.
I'm thinking more the manager angle, like suit, but makeup, gloves. Maybe like the Paul Heyman
Yeah.
kind of thing.
There you
I
go.
could do a whole skullet thing going on.
We could do
As
it,
long
man.
as you shave your head.
We could do it. We can get
Are
you.
clowns allowed to have beards?
If it's done right, it can be done.
Is mine done right?
We can color
work
it in.
with it? Okay.
We can work with it.
All right.
It's a
See,
little
he
bit more
said he'd
extra
color
work.
it in because he doesn't like a redhead. I'm just saying, I would get
Well,
rid of
there's
the
actually
red
more gray right now, but anyway.
You heard it here first, folks.
All right.
Folks, picture this.
Joe the Clown.
and Champ the Clown marching down the streets, holding up the tag team titles of the world, dressed as clowns. I mean, wow.
Would you consider a test run before a full commitment, like an audition, so to
Of
speak?
course.
Okay.
Whatever it takes.
All right.
So we have a comment here from I think it's Worshipful Brother John Gates. Correct me if I'm wrong, but my thoughts, and he wrote in quotes, and I could be wrong, pertaining to the Children's Hospital. Apologies. Clowns create the environment of laughter. Laughter allows everyone to forget the pain and sorrow, even if it's for a brief moment in time. I think that's a pretty fair statement. I would absolutely
That is like I said before. Like when I'm in a clown and I'm in makeup, not even for the spectator, but for myself. I forget that I have a real life. I forget that I have a job. I forget that my rent's due next month, or next week. I forget all that because we're smiling, we're enjoying life. Nothing else matters when you're a clown. You're in this fantasy world. Like wow. So absolutely right.
Was that
He's selling it pretty well there, Joe.
I think we might be able to come to some kind of arrangement.
Joe the Ass Clown?
At least, well, I already have a clown name. I can go with Joe Normus.
You
Joe
could.
Enormous.
Joe Normus.
Joe
Yes.
Enormous.
He actually had a
We're
beer
trying to.
named
We'll
after
keep
him.
it. We'll keep it kid friendly.
Is that
right
something?
Now,
Is
but
that supposed to be funny? Joe Enormous?
He
No, it's
actually had a
actually,
beer named after him.
Oh, okay.
He's very tall. You see.
it's factual. We can talk later.
Yeah, he had a beer named after him, right?
And a balloon made after me. But anyway,
Balloon.
So we're going to play a little game on Champ the Clown podcast.
All right.
Here we go.
I'm going to let you guys decide.
Okay.
And one of you guys are going to cut a promo on me.
oh,
And then I'm going to cut a promo on you guys. And
All right.
if there's any viewers out there, we'll let them be the judge on who wins the promo.
Okay.
I need more prep time than that. I can't go.
No,
I can't. We might have to have a round 2 of Champ coming in because I don't know if I can cut a promo that
Say it from
quickly.
the bottom of your heart.
I can't think of something that quick. I'm usually pretty quick with the snappy things, but I can't think of anything.
Not me. I'm
They're
relying on you
speech,
guys.
folks. They're speechless. Wow. I think I automatically win by default. That they
think
can't.
so.
They got nothing on Champ the Clown. Do I win by default? Champ the Clown wins by default.
See,
But since this is Champ the Clown podcast,
There you
okay,
Not really this-
I'm going to
Okay.
cut a promo.
Please
Okay.
do. Please do.
Please.
I'm going to cut a promo on my future tag team partner, Joe.
Okay. Grab the mic. Let's do it.
Joe, what do you see when you see me? What do you see?
I see a clown.
You see a clown.
I see a clown.
You think I'm clowning around?
Yes,
Do you
I
think
do.
I'm clowning around?
I think you're funny.
Do you think
I think you're funny looking.
funny looking?
How about that?
Let me tell you something. I take clowning very serious. When I put on this makeup, I'm going to do my best. When I put on my red shoes, I'm going to do the best. When I march down that street in front of millions and millions and millions of people, or when I come on this podcast, do you think that I'm coming here to clown around? Do you really think that?
Yes.
No.
I do. Yes, I do.
I don't. I'm serious. Okay. It doesn't. I have a saying. John Cena has float like you can't see me.
Yeah.
Muhammad Ali has float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. I have another saying. Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. It doesn't matter if you can't see me. So when I look in the ring and what do I see? A little punk looking down on me.
Oh, snap.
so Nathan Davis has come up with your clown name,
Oh boy.
I got to hear this one.
Gingerbread.
I like that. That's
Can't catch me, and that could be my tag. You can't catch me.
catch
You
me.
know,
The gingerbread man.
as long as he doesn't use it, he don't copyright that. Yeah, I think we
Can't
can go
catch
with-
me.
I think
That's
we
a
can
good
go
one.
with that.
Gingerbread. I like
Gingerbread
that.
man.
You can't catch me.
Could go with Beanbo too, but that would be Kenny's white.
Beanbo.
Beanbo
What?
bread. The white bear.
I don't know what that means.
I know Wonder Bread. I know
Does
Arnold
anybody even
bread.
have any idea what Beanbo bread is?
Is that a real thing?
I know what
I
it is.
I know Pepperidge Farm.
I know what is
Bimbo, the little white bear.
It looks like the Stay
We can do
Puft
gingerbread and
Marshmallow Man.
Bimbo. Because somebody on watching live,
I've never
please
heard
help
of
me out here.
No,
It looks like the Stay Puft Marshmallow
Who's
Man
gonna
from
help? I had like the
Ghostbusters.
perfect lineup joke, and it fell flat on its face because nobody.
Yeah, I've never seen
Bimbo,
that.
yes, there you go, Bimbo bread.
It says Bimbo.
It says Bimbo.
Oh, wow.
Bimbo.
Is that like a Walmart brand or something in like
It
Australia?
That
looks
not
like
a Walmart
fake.
brand.
It looks
That's
like
actually
fake
an-
Wonder Bread.
I've never
So it's
seen that
perfect.
before. All right.
It says
Bim-
Bimbo.
Bimbo the bear. That's
B I
funny,
M
guess.
B I M.
It's gonna be my
Oh,
clown
Tell me
name.
about this.
Is that your
on
clown
the-
name?
on the table?
Bimbo.
Cat, he's white. Right,
Alright.
the bear. It's a Bimbo bear.
What is puppet on the table?
This is
So this is
Puppet
That's
George.
Puppet George.
Yes.
Puppet George.
He's an evil little puppet.
Evil little puppet.
He is actually a clandestine Mason, and he is the anti-Mason. So, whereas Masonry teaches you to be humble and be proper, that is not Puppet
No,
George.
he's a narcissistic little
He
rude
is. He's
jerk.
rude.
Yeah.
And he just has a tendency to really mess things up.
He does.
He's looking at
He
me
will
wrong.
sabotage.
Yeah.
He does that a lot. He's
His eyes will follow you.
creepy.
around the podcast room.
I bet Facebook Live out there would like to see Champ the Clown lay the smackdown all over him. How about I drop a leg drop on him?
I feel some CGI video coming up.
I feel a mandible.
I don't even
I
know
feel
if
a
we-
mandible claw coming
Yeah.
very soon. A mandible claw. I feel that.
I'd give you a good slap right across the head with this. Bad boy, bad boy, bad boy.
What you get?
Hey,
What you
like that.
Yeah, I bet you do. I bet you do. I bet you do.
Puppet
Okay,
George
Puppet
got
George.
his birth from basically ridiculing me, saying that this is my podcast and da da da. So,
Okay, like I did when I just took over the podcast.
Yep.
yeah,
Yeah.
Ah,
but
ah.
these guys decided that they were going to make a Puppet George, and that's how he has come to life.
It's his alter
And he
ego.
likes to tell jokes. Really
He
bad,
also, if you can
funny
see,
jokes.
he carries around with him 2 F-bombs, and they are literally F-bombs.
F-bomb.
Yep.
Yes.
Ah.
So,
I'll try to keep this particular episode clean.
Yeah, we're trying.
Yeah,
we're
we're-
trying.
yeah,
we're
we're
trying.
trying.
This
We're
is not rated RK over here. You know,
We're
this
dancing.
This is Champ the Clown podcast.
Rated R
Keeping
superstar.
that clean.
what's your next event? Did we go over that yet?
We did.
We did. We did.
Our next
you weren't
parade
listening.
is actually the New Haven St. Patrick's Day parade.
Cool.
That's always a fun parade. Could be a little bit dangerous parade.
Yes,
Um,
it can absolutely be.
Mhm.
But you know, they see Champ the Clown and they want no part of that.
Yeah.
They want no part of it.
Do you wear your belt?
I wear my
Okay.
that what makes me Champ the Clown.
Good.
I
So-
can't be Champ without the belt.
Got it.
How many belts do you have, champ?
Oh well,
Obviously,
I have
that may I touch the belt?
you may touch
That one's really
you know
nice.
What? You may touch
Pass
the
it
belt.
down.
I'll let. So you're gonna be my tag team partner.
Yeah.
This is legit.
Yeah, it's riveted.
That is legit. Wow.
We are working on making a podcast belt.
Yes, we are.
Do we still have the plates?
We still
Yeah,
have
for
the
that?
plates.
Grab
Yep.
those for me before I leave today.
It's not going to be
It
that
actually
nice.
looks. The strap that we have for the belt is this exact strap, and it'll be shaped somewhat similar to this. So
Really?
Smaller, but close.
no, it's exactly the same.
Same size?
Uh-huh.
Really?
Yes, it is.
I did not know that.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Very nice.
You know,
I'll have to show you my collection sometime.
Here's the thing about the
Quality
belt.
craftsmanship.
Here's the thing. Let me give Facebook viewers a little better look at this belt.
There we
yeah,
go.
that's right. Champ's kind of holding up the belt. This belt is very light, but when I get done with a parade, whew, this belt could be like 500 pounds. I am just dragging. I'm like, oh.
When it's
man,
95
man,
degrees
man,
out.
I'm just dragging. Whoa. But
So-
you know what? To be the champ, you got to act like the champ. And I'm the champ. The back of the jacket, custom made, Champ the Clown.
that is very. That's much different than the
That's
last
legit.
one I seen you. You
Yeah.
actually wore green a while ago.
People have referred to me as the green guy. And, you know, and a good thing about clowning, you get to see yourself through the years.
Mhm.
What you look like from your very first time being a clown
Mhm.
to what you look like now will always change. I start out with this red and yellow outfit. My clown name, believe it or not, was Red Hen.
Red
Okay.
hen.
I wrestled for
Is that
high
a take
school.
on the Red Rooster? A little bit of a take
Yes,
on that? Okay.
yes.
Terry Taylor, if I remember correctly?
Yes.
Okay.
I wrestled in high school for the in Delaware, and I rolled off the mat, and I was wearing a University of Delaware Blue Hen shirt, and rolled off the mat, and my head got cut open, and my coach goes, "You're not a blue hen," which is the mascot of University of Delaware. He goes, "You're a red hen." And it has always stuck with me since then. And when the option came to be clown, they said, "What's your clown name?" I said, "Red Hen." And everybody didn't really get that and mocked me of being because a hen as in a rooster. And I was told a clown should have a simple name like Champ.
Right.
And, you know, I like to refer myself as Champ the Clown. You don't see too many clowns out there that use the words the clown.
Right.
But I like to refer to as Champ the Clown. So I contact this professional wrestling company lady that makes outfits. And I showed her what my green outfit looked like. And I said, I need something cool. I need something unique and good looking and that, you know, can, you know, help in events.
Right.
And she's from Canada and she designed this outfit and I love it.
Pretty awesome. It's got like a side zip
it.
on it and like,
Oh, yeah.
that's
I mean,
freaking cool.
I've had to send it back once because I mismeasured just by a little bit. And when I first put this coat on, I couldn't even move my arms.
And you have to be able to do the.
Listen, that is because I'm extremely strong. I know.
Right, yeah, it's
but
the
you know what? I
muscle,
didn't count for my 24-inch pythons when I did my measurements.
Yep.
So comment coming in here
from
brother Nathan Davis. Careful. Gingerbread will take off with your Gingerbread will take your belt and run off with it. He doesn't like to lose, especially at chili cook-offs.
Oh.
See, that's not
Call
right.
back to
That's
a previous
not right.
episode.
That's not right.
wow, you like chili? You make chili?
I do make some chili. I actually
Second
brought
place
some
chili.
with me tonight. If you'd like to
Yeah,
try
there's some in the other room.
So we
try a
have
little
to
bit?
compare it tonight.
No, not really.
Okay.
No, I'm just trying to find a top.
Apparently, he's not a fan either.
I'm just trying to find something you're good at.
Wow.
Because
Wow. All right. All right.
I mean, how many times
So-
do you see on the podcast and somebody gives the thumbs down on the podcast and then he opens his mouth?
I haven't seen that happen too often.
Wow. He's brutal. Did you pay him for this?
I did. My
Did
hands
you
are
make
clean.
a charitable donation? to the
Pontius
Shrine of
Pilate.
Children?
My hands
Yeah.
are clean. But I'm going to have to make a charitable donation
You
now.
might. You might.
You know, Joe is you know, I tried a wrestling club down at the Shrine. It didn't really get off too much, but you know, Joe expressed interest in wrestling a lot with me, and that's how you know this whole thing came about. And
And you've
Joe,
been very gracious about inviting me. Every time it's actually just going to ask you, are you doing anything for WrestleMania?
Oh, I'm definitely hosting a WrestleMania down at Temple.
Okay.
I am
Oh, that's
definitely
nice.
hosting a WrestleMania down at the Temple. It will be.
That's actually on a Sunday. What if we did a live broadcast from the temple?
From the Shrine Temple?
Yeah.
I'm down with that. I mean, I'm sure we probably have to get permission, but I think that'd be really cool.
That could be the debut of your manager / tag team partner.
Oh my gosh.
There you go.
Folks,
We're at a
breaking
timetable
news.
now.
That could be. That could be. That's usually middle of March, right?
This year is going to be the first week of April.
Okay.
First week of
Okay.
April.
Folks, here's a spoiler report. At the Pyramid Shrine WrestleMania party, we will have the debut of Gingerbread.
The Gingerbread Man and Champ the Clown.
So-
that's funny.
Long term. When I'm thinking Gingerbread Man and the motif of it, I'm thinking like the Undertaker's dead man persona, but all red, because you don't want to do black. So it's almost like a red Undertaker or a ginger colored Undertaker.
Now you're dealing with Kane now, though. You're on the Kane side of it, though.
Maybe. Okay. All right.
I think pink.
No, gingerbread.
I am digging the pink. Kids,
Boom! Right there.
Kids love pink.
Yes, there you go.
No,
Or how about fluorescent yellow?
like a safety yellow,
Yes.
How
Like a
about some like
safety-
flashing lights, like neon lights?
There
like
we go.
LEDs, like a
Yes.
walking LED.
Yes.
Yes.
All right, that doesn't really fit the name Gingerbread Man, though.
You
but
can make it work.
We've got months to work out the details.
Okay, we'll figure it
Kevin.
out.
We
We'll
can
work
figure
on it.
this
You're
out.
dealing with Champ the Clown.
we'll work on it.
You could even change it up and use the gingerbread colors: blue, red, and yellow. There you go.
How is that gingerbread color?
Isn't that the color of
Are
gingerbread?
you talking Wonder Bread?
Oh, Wonder Bread, whatever.
Because we love gingerbread and this is America.
Never mind. I apologize.
That's okay.
gingerbread.
Or are we
Wonder
talking bimbo
Bread.
bread
Ken
again?
Wonder Bread?
Well, again, I mean, he can go,
You're yeast.
he can go with gingerbread.
Because you're like an infection.
He can go with gingerbread man, but it doesn't mean he has to have that. He can still be a wrestler or a
Can I hand out cookies? Can I hand out cookies to the crowd?
That would
Can I
be
throw
cool.
cookies into the crowd?
That's a cool.
That would be awesome.
Unfortunately,
It's a
a
good
lot of
shtick,
time in
yeah.
parades, they when you send a permission slip to participate in parade, they have asked, do not throw candies, do not because
Oh,
they
really?
they don't
Okay.
want people running in the
Running
street
out and getting okay.
And people still do. But I tell you what you can do. You get like a giant foam cookie or something like, or a giant foam, get something and look like you're eating it down the street, holding up a gingerbread. You know, you could do something like that.
Or maybe I could get somebody to wear a gingerbread costume and follow me around
Try and catch you, yeah.
like a gingerbread man.
Worship Brother John Gates. Worship Brother Joe. Can you
There we
make the
go.
face like Paul Bearer did?
I believe it was something like.
Yeah, that's it right there. You gotta have like one eye wider than the other.
And then J.W. McCaslin.
Yeah, John McCaslin.
Ginger v. Itis.
Ginger v. Itis. Okay.
I kind of like that.
We also have
I can get
Okay.
behind that name.
So what, I got to
John
carry a
Gates.
toothbrush around with me?
Ginger Snaps.
I mean, going back to your Paul Bear look,
Yeah.
that was pretty pathetic.
It's been a long time.
There you go.
He's got it. He's got it.
That
There you
seems
go.
more like
Got
a
it.
Percy Pringle to me.
Hey, Joe. Hold on.
Yeah,
Wait,
you got that reference.
If I may,
Yeah.
Joe,
Yeah.
you've come in second place again.
Listen, it's not
Always
fair.
the
working with the
bridesmaid.
professional.
It's not
Right.
fair because Champ the Clown.
He's
you
the
know?
champ, you know?
I could
It's okay. It doesn't
can
matter if
tell
I
you
beat the champ or not. It
the
just
main
matters that
event
I went to
of every
distance.
WrestleMania. I could tell you the facts. I could tell you anything about professional wrestling. I am the walking encyclopedia of professional wrestling.
Okay, so here's a question for you. This should be an easy one for you if you're nearly as good as you say you are.
Oh, boy.
At which WrestleMania did Lawrence Taylor
WrestleMania
main
11.
event, and who was his opponent?
WrestleMania 11 against Bam Bam Bigelow.
That's good.
And I can
That's
tell you,
good.
I can even go in more detail.
Please do.
It started at the Royal Rumble, where Lawrence Taylor was at ringside laughing at Bam Bam Bigelow in his tag team match. Bam Bam Bigelow walked over, pushed Lawrence Taylor down, and then they got into it. But here's a counter question.
Oh boy. Okay.
Where did that WrestleMania take place at?
Trump Plaza.
Nope. Right here in Connecticut. WrestleMania 11 took place
Harvard
at
Civic Center?
Harvard Civic Center.
Wow.
Wow. Joe.
Main event, WrestleMania 1.
Joe. Hold on. You're still in second place.
But he's the champ. As Rocky once said, it doesn't really matter if I beat him. I just want to go the distance. I just want to prove that I'm not just some wannabe from Philly.
Well, at this rate, you ain't
That's all I
going the
wanted to
distance
go the
either.
WrestleMania 1, main event.
That's a no-brainer. Mr. T and Hulk Hogan versus Roddy Piper and
And-
Paul Orndorff.
And who was in their corner?
Who was in there? Muhammad Ali was the referee.
Right. Who was in the corner of Mr. T and Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff?
You got me stumped on that one.
Cowboy Bob Orton.
Yes, that is correct.
Known as Ace at the time with his cast that he would hit people over the head with.
That was kind of like a nobody at ringside. Nobody knew who he was. You know. That,
Cowboy Bob Orton.
Yeah.
So, I got a question.
Sure.
You're a clown.
Yeah.
You're a wrestler.
Yeah.
Did you ever think about having like a counterpart? Like a not a villain, but another clown
heel.
that's like
A heel. is like-
yeah, there we
call
go. I mean, it's kind of like it's your persona. It's the
Yeah.
character you're portraying. Did you ever think about maybe having a clown that's like kind of like not again your enemy, but like a heel, like somebody who's opposed to you?
It's kind of hard to incorporate that, especially in parades and stuff. But I do need a tag team partner or somebody to help me in events. We can kind of like do a quick 5-second skit against each other.
I'm even thinking like walking down the if you're in a parade and you're walking and the other clown comes up and reaches into your pants and just pulls out a pair of underwear like you ripped your underwear off, or like fun things like that that would make kids laugh.
Mhm.
I'm thinking of things that would make kids laugh.
I mean, that
Made
Which
you
make
laugh.
me laugh.
You know what I mean? Like just stuff like that. Like as silly as it sounds, like a little kid would laugh at that.
that could be something that a skit that me and Gingerbread or whatever your name is going to
Ginger.
be something we can work out.
We'll go gingerbread. I can work with gingerbread.
Nathan Davis.
Here we go. He's very vocal.
He's also hey, Nathan Davis. Cheers to you, brother. He's now one of our
New Patreon.
new patrons.
Oh, shit.
And on Discord. Nathan Davis. How about Copper Top? He keeps going.
What's good too?
You-
Copper top?
Copper Top.
Like a Duracell?
Like a
kind of-
Duracell.
Okay.
There you go.
Yeah. More like the Energizer Bunny, but you know.
And right, Warsaw Ray Collette. Shrine pipes and drums rule.
Pipes and
Talk
drums.
about clown. Rick
You know, I gotta say, our pipes and drum band is one of the best out there. In fact, they just took first place down in Imperial section.
Yes. Yep,
Yes,
they
they
did.
did. Congratulations.
And congratulations to them. Things came up where I was planning on making the trip down to Nashville, but I couldn't make it down this year. And they keep kind of like saying, oh, well, you're the champ, but you didn't make it down there. But don't you worry, Ray. Okay, let me tell you something, brother Ray. The next time I go Imperial, you will not be the only award-winning unit there. Champ the Clown will go down to one of these Imperial sessions, and I will represent the Temple well. I will walk in the champion, and I will walk out the champion. But I just hope, Ray, by the time I get done, you guys are still a champion.
That's right.
Another great.
Yeah, Ray. Yeah.
Yeah, Ray.
What he
Take that,
said.
Ray.
Take that.
All right, brothers. What do you say we wrap this one up? You ready, champ? All right.
This was fun.
This was a lot of fun. This was a lot
I
of
just
fun.
got one last message out there.
Absolutely.
Anybody out there who thinks they have what it takes to put this nose on, put this makeup on, or if you want to help a kid, contact me on Facebook. Because let me tell you something, brother. Let me tell you anybody out there, and this comes from the bottom of my heart. It might not be today. It might not be tomorrow. But somewhere down the line, there will be a kid that needs help. And everybody who's watching this podcast has the ability to help that kid.
Absolutely.
You want to be a clown? Be a clown. Contact me on Facebook. I can help you out with the details. Look at Ginger, what's his face? You know, we still don't know what he is, but we're going to improve on that. But seriously, give it a thought. You get to fulfill a dream at the same time help kids. And there is no greater feeling. You're a instant celebrity. You know, stop at a gas station in clown makeup. That's a real task.
Yeah.
Walking down the grocery stores in clown makeup is a real task. But you
Right.
do it for the kids,
Mhm.
and once you do it once, you will be hooked on it. So
Right.
find Champ the Clown on Facebook. Contact me. I can help you get in makeup. I can help you make a difference.
Absolutely. That's
Wow.
awesome.
That's awesome.
I want to piggyback that as well as if you are from a different grand jurisdiction or you don't know how to reach out to Shriners, you can reach out to Champ the Clown. You could also get a hold of us here on the podcast and we will point you in the right direction.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure I haven't had a problem with that. One last question for you, Champ.
Absolutely.
We have a parade in Memorial Day coming up, and we march in it every year. Can we ask the clowns, the shrine, to come march with us
What town is it in?
right here in downtown Seymour?
We march in this parade every year.
Really? Oh, I did not know
there
that.
you go.
We march
There
in
you
this
go.
parade every year.
I've seen the motor pool, but I don't remember seeing the clowns.
I do believe one year, I'm not sure which year it was, we had all of our clowns had a prior commitment and we couldn't make it. And I believe it was this year where it was rained out also or something like that. But once I pulled up to this building, I said, I know where I'm at because Santa Claus is at the end of the parade.
Yep.
But you know what? Once they saw Champ the Clown come down there, nobody cared about Santa Claus.
Hey, nobody care about Santa.
I remember
Santa doesn't have a
was
belt.
sitting on the bridge
Right.
over there in somebody's lawn chair just taking pictures and selfies right there on the bridge.
Well, here's why. Not everyone believes in Santa Claus,
Right.
but everyone believes in Champ the Clown.
All right. One last thing we need to do,
Right,
boys.
brother.
I'd like to toast our guest,
Yep,
Two.
absolutely.
Champ the Clown. Brethren, right hand arms.
To arms.
Ready.
Ready.
Aim.
Aim.
Fire. Good fire. Fire up. Together, brothers.
Vivat! Vivat! Vivat!
Thank you, champ.
Thanks,
Thank
champ.
you.
Thank you for stopping
Thank
by,
you,
brother.
folks.
Appreciate that.
Absolutely. And we'll
It was a lot of fun.
catch you next time for the Freemasons podcast. I'm your host, Right Worshipful Brother George Marjorie, signing off.
Worshipful Brother Joe, signing off.
Worshipful Brother Ken, signing off.
Champ the Clown, the one and only. Ooh, yeah, brother.
Have a good night, everyone.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, guys.
We are still live, just so you know.
That was a lot of fun.
That was fun,
that was
champ.
a
Way
lot
to go,
of fun.
champ.
Thank you, champ.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Oh,
Thank you.
Our
Absolutely.
pleasure.
Good
Thank
time.
you. You know, we often like to show.
Have a good night, Facebook.
We like to show all sides of Freemasonry and what we do and some of the charitable efforts, and this is just